大家好，我是 Martin, and this is Short Stories brought to you by the Taichung Ke Language Center. Today we are going to read another Victor Hugo story. We are going to read The Hunchback of Notre Dame. The Hunchback of Notre Dame is a very famous story about a deformed man that lives inside the very famous cathedral in Paris, Notre Dame Cathedral. The story was made especially famous by the 1996 Disney film. I don't know if you have seen the 1996 Disney version, but it's really not a kid's movie. I mean, it has some very adult themes in it. I'm kind of surprised Disney made it. But anyway, I'm going to read the story for you, a simplified version of the story. But first, I must give you the vocabulary and vocabulary example sentences. Then I will read the story, and after the story is finished, I will give you some reading comprehension questions to test your listening skills. Are you ready? Okay, let's begin. Vocabulary. Orphan. Orphan. The orphan lived in a home with other children who had no families. Uneven. Uneven. The uneven road is dangerous, so you have to drive slowly. Appearance. Appearance. You can change your appearance by getting a haircut and wearing makeup. Crown. Crown. When the old king died, the young prince was crowned the new king. Archer. Archer. The archer was so good that he could shoot an arrow into any bird he saw. Publicly. Publicly. The president gave a speech publicly to his country. Spot. Spot. An eagle has powerful eyes that can spot food from far away. Jealousy. Jealousy. Tom was filled with jealousy when he saw his girlfriend walking with a handsome man. Reject. Reject. Paul asked Linda to marry him and felt sad when she rejected him. Oh, poor Paul. Oh, I feel sorry for him. Stab. Stab. The cook stabbed his hand by accident with a knife. Murder. Murder. Mr. Ford killed someone on purpose, so he went to jail for murder. Cruelly. Cruelly. The little boy caught a spider and cruelly pulled off its legs. Gentle. Gentle. You must be gentle with eggs or they will break. Rescue. Rescue. The police rescued a boy that fell down a deep hole. Attack. Attack. The lion suddenly jumped out of the bush and attacked a zebra. In the distance. In the distance. There are dark clouds in the distance, so maybe it will rain later. Fault. Fault. The two drivers crashed into each other and argued about whose fault it was. Legend. Legend. Many cultures have their own legend about how the earth was created. That's it for vocabulary. Now we will read the story. Quasimodo is a deaf orphan with a hunchback and an ugly face. He has a large growth covering one of his eyes, very uneven teeth, and a bent nose. Despite his frightening appearance, he is pure of heart. He is adopted by a priest named Frollo, who lives in the Notre Dame Cathedral. One year, the people of Paris hold a festival of fools, and at that time Quasimodo is out of the cathedral and on the street. The people find him and teasingly crown him the Pope of Fools for his ugly appearance. Frollo learns this and goes to fetch Quasimodo, but while out he notices a beautiful and talented gypsy named Esmeralda dancing. He is so interested in her that he orders Quasimodo to kidnap her. As Quasimodo grabs Esmeralda, the king's archers, led by Phoebus, suddenly arrive and save her. Quasimodo is caught and arrested. Seeing Phoebus as her hero, Esmeralda begins to have feelings for him. The next day, Quasimodo is tortured publicly. He cries for some water, and nobody helps him, except for Esmeralda. Witnessing her kindness, Quasimodo starts to fall for her. Months later, Esmeralda is dancing again in front of Notre Dame. Phoebus spots Esmeralda, admires her beauty, and asks her to meet him that night. She blushes and says yes. Frollo sees this from the cathedral and burns with jealousy. He is so obsessed with Esmeralda that he rejects his religion and hopes she will fall in love with him. That night, Frollo follows Phoebus as he goes to see Esmeralda. Frollo stabs him and escapes. Soon after, Esmeralda finds Phoebus, but is arrested on suspicion of attempted murder. She is sent to trial, tortured, then sentenced to be hanged. Frollo visits her in prison, confesses his love, and says he can save her if she agrees to be with him. Esmeralda rejects his offer. On the day of Esmeralda's public hanging, she looks out into the crowd and sees Phoebus. Sadly, even though Phoebus knows she didn't stab him, he cruelly decides to ignore her. Just then, Quasimodo swings down on a rope, saves Esmeralda, and escapes with her into the cathedral. In their few days together in the cathedral, Esmeralda has trouble even looking at Quasimodo's ugly face and body. Yet, after he takes care of her in that time, she sees how innocent and gentle he truly is. Meanwhile, Paris vagabonds, who are admirers of Esmeralda, decide to rescue her after the king orders that she be arrested. When they arrive at the cathedral, Quasimodo thinks they want to harm Esmeralda, so he attacks them. In the confusion, the royal guards arrive. Suddenly, Frollo appears, grabs Esmeralda, and offers her a choice: love him and be safe, or face hanging. She chooses death. Quasimodo finally climbs to the top of the cathedral and sees Esmeralda's lifeless body in the distance, with Frollo watching. He knows it is Frollo's fault, and angrily throws Frollo to his death off Notre Dame. Months later, a gravedigger opens the tomb where Esmeralda was buried. Incredibly, he finds her bones, with Quasimodo's skeleton wrapped around her. After this tale, the legend of Quasimodo's love for Esmeralda became known far and wide. Okay, so it's a story about people's prejudice against other people. Also a story about what society thinks is attractive and how we treat people we think are ugly. And also religion. The priest rejects his religion because of the power of his lust for Esmeralda. Those are all really adult themes. How could this possibly be a kid's book? I don't understand. Anyway, we are going to do the listening comprehension questions. I will ask 4 questions. You do your best to answer them. Question 1. Why did Quasimodo kidnap Esmeralda? A. He was in love with her. B. Phoebus asked him to do it. C. Frollo asked him to do it. D. Quasimodo wanted the ransom money. Well, Quasimodo did fall in love with her, but that was later in the story. At the beginning, he kidnapped her because Frollo asked him to do it. You see, Frollo fell in love with her too. Well, sort of. Question 2. Esmeralda falls in love with A. Frollo, B. Quasimodo, C. Phoebus, D. the gargoyle. The answer is, of course, Phoebus. Come on, she of course falls in love with the handsome man. Can't fall in love with Quasimodo or the creepy priest. Question 3. Why did Frollo stab Phoebus? A. Phoebus owed him money. B. Phoebus tried to kill him. C. He was jealous of Phoebus. D. He stabbed him accidentally. The answer is, of course, C. He was jealous of Phoebus. Esmeralda liked Phoebus, and Frollo liked Esmeralda. He wanted Esmeralda for himself, so he tried to kill Phoebus, and then failed. Question 4. Why did Quasimodo kill Frollo? A. Frollo tried to kill Phoebus. B. Frollo kidnapped Quasimodo. C. Frollo killed Esmeralda. D. Quasimodo was jealous of Frollo. If you haven't guessed by now, all the answers are C. Frollo killed Esmeralda. It was his fault that Esmeralda died, and Quasimodo knew this, so he threw Frollo off the top of the church. Wow, that's some pretty interesting imagery right there. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I will see you all again next time. Bye-bye.